Hey friends, I want to introduce you to my mother-in-law, Cindy Capon, also better known as Grammy to us. So she recently retired as a nurse and nurse educator of 50 years, which is pretty incredible. And through her experience caring for her patients, she has become a wealth of knowledge specifically for compassionate care and end-of-life preparations. And if I had to describe her in 3 words, I would say she is a helper, a caretaker, and an advocate. And she does all of those things well for everyone that she knows. And she is preparing to teach a class for the 3rd time, or is it the 4th time now?
This will be the 4th time.
Wow.
4th and 5th, because there are 2 sessions.
That's right. All about getting your ducks in a row before the time comes. So this is really helpful information, and I wanted to give her an opportunity to share a little bit more about it so that if you or somebody you know could benefit from this course, you guys can sign up before it starts in September. So Grammy, who is this course for?
Most of the people that have come so far have been seniors like myself, who are thoughtful enough to want to get things sorted out and are looking for ideas and looking for how-tos.
Yeah, I love that because there does not seem to be enough resources for this information. What topics are covered in the class?
So I start with advanced directives because I'm a nurse and I've seen so many people without them. So people need to identify a healthcare decision maker for when they can't make those decisions. And they need to spell out in a living will, what would I want and what would I not want? For example, I don't ever want to be on a ventilator. Okay. Thank you very much. So I start with that. I also start with recommending this book. It is The Art of Dying Well. It is very practical, very easy. And I think this book is good for anybody who has any kind of chronic health condition, and certainly seniors. So I start there. Then I go to cleaning up your mess. Get rid of all that stuff that you're hanging on to that you don't need. And how to leave legacies, just different ways to leave yourself behind. Options for care as your needs increase, because I discovered this was actually a request. How do I know when? And how do I go about assisted living, independent living, nursing home living, just navigating that.
Okay.
Making healthcare decisions, being an active partner with your physicians, with your providers, because people get caught up in letting physicians make all the decisions for you, and that's not necessarily a good idea. Spiritual considerations as we face death, because a lot of people are afraid of dying, and so we talk about that. I hope to have hospice chaplains with me this time round. Okay. Increasing health span, how do you stay fit and stay independent? Final arrangements, there is so much to know about funerals and cemeteries, and how do you, if you need to cut costs and if you want to spend a lot of money and have a really fancy blowout, all the details. Legal know-how, I have invited a lawyer to come this time to talk about probate and life estate deeds and things like that. So that's the menu thus far.
That's really great. I especially love that you're going to have an attorney come. I see a lot of that in real estate, especially knowing that around 43% of all real estate in the United States is owned by people who are 55 or older. And many times if your residence or your investment properties are not put into a trust, or there's not proper things set into writing, it can become really messy for loved ones. Why do you feel inspired to share this information?
I have a life group of good friends, and they suggested that I do this class, which I thought no one would come to because no one likes the topic of end of life. And the class has filled every time so far. So as long as people want this information and I can share it, I will keep doing the class.
I love that. I think it really lends to there's not enough resources or people that are knowledgeable in this area. And so I think it's really showing you how much of an impact you can have in retirement still. using the skill set and knowledge that you have. So I think it's a clear indicator that there are a lot of people that are curious about these topics and want to know more. As you said, though, it's uncomfortable, and many of us are afraid to talk about these things. So I really appreciate you leading this class and giving your time. I think it's a great use of your knowledge and your skills in retirement. So thank you for being a beacon of light and a source of guidance for so many. I am personally looking forward to taking your class and learning more. And so we'll get to share more of those things here so that you can maybe virtually learn from Grammy and ask us some questions. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.